Welcome everybody to this QA Live, and today we have a special guest in Hawaii, Dr. Tara Denise, and then she was the one who at the Wellness Code Conference doing a specific experiment with the GDV-Sputnik, and we found something very interesting, not more interesting, kind of discovery. We try to recreate what we call the healing chamber that we're talking for a while, and then try to create an experiment where we had a room with meditation and at the same time the sensor of the Sputnik. And we will see in this presentation how fascinating it is. And not only that, this has implication with the Project Noosphere. So we will walk you through. But first of all, welcome, Dr. Tara.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. We're so happy to be here. Aloha from Hawaii.
So just to start, we will have, as usual, Jessica to resume the experiment. And then after that, Dr. Tara Denise will walk us through the result more in detail, and you will have a better understanding. So let's have a look with Jessica. Thank you.
Welcome, explorers of energy and innovation. Today, we're diving into an incredible journey, uncovering the secrets of the healing chamber, the Sputnik-GDV sensor, and their connection to ancient wonders like the Giza Pyramid. This isn't just science, it's a revolution in how we understand energy, wellness, and human potential. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's start with the GDV technology and the Sputnik sensor, our tools for unlocking the mysteries of energy dynamics. The GDV device. This cutting-edge tech creates dazzling corona discharge images using high-voltage pulses, revealing the electromagnetic energy fields of objects, environments, and even you. The Sputnik sensor. Acting as an antenna, it detects subtle energy changes in the environment, measuring how electromagnetic waves interact with air, materials, and human presence. It's like a stethoscope for the energy of a space, helping us see what's normally invisible. Now let's compare two fascinating settings. 1. The Healing Chamber at the Wellness Code 2024 conference, a modern space designed for harmony and healing. 2. The legendary Giza Pyramid, an ancient marvel that still mystifies scientists today. In the Healing Chamber, the Sputnik sensor measured the environment's energy during healing sessions. Peaceful meditations and focused intentions brought the space alive with amplified energy. Metrics from the Healing Chamber: energy stability achieved in under 10 minutes. Activity boost up to 40% during focused sessions. Even more fascinating was the role of human intention. When participants focused their minds, the chamber's energy levels surged, creating a feedback loop of coherence, like thoughts conducting a symphony of healing energy. Traveling back in time to the Giza Pyramid, experiments conducted with the Sputnik sensor revealed astounding findings. The pyramid radiated significantly higher energy levels than nearby locations like hotels or open fields. Energy at the apex was stronger than at the base, acting as a natural amplifier. Metrics from Giza: pyramid energy levels up to 60% higher than surrounding areas. Apex amplification showed a 20% increase compared to the base. In the healing chamber experiments, the Sputnik sensor was centrally placed to monitor energy dynamics. Measurements tracked shifts before, during, and after healing sessions, revealing how geometry and materials amplified coherence. Human presence, especially with focused intention, magnified these effects, creating a harmonious environment. Inside your body, microtubules, tiny structures that may act as quantum processors, resonate with amplified energy fields in the chamber. This enhances cellular communication, aligning your mind, body, and spirit for optimal healing. Like upgrading your personal energy grid to quantum high-speed internet, the healing chamber functions like a modern-day pyramid, harnessing energy flows through its geometry and materials. It creates a vortex of coherence and transformation, offering stress relief as your body shifts into repair mode, enhanced clarity replacing mental fog with focus and creativity, increased vitality boosting energy levels to help you perform at your best. The chamber also taps into the vacuum field, the limitless quantum energy surrounding us. Aligning with this field creates a coherent vortex, drawing in zero-point energy and unlocking infinite potential for healing and renewal. Imagine syncing your body's energy with the universe's, unlocking possibilities beyond imagination. The Healing Chamber and Giza Pyramid both show the transformative power of energy and geometry. Tools like the Sputnik-GDV sensor allow us to measure and understand these dynamics. Most importantly, the Healing Chamber offers a path to higher coherence, vitality, and connection. The future of wellness is here, powered by science, intention, and the limitless energy of the universe. Are you ready to unlock your potential? Stay energized, curious, and keep exploring the infinite possibilities of you.
Welcome back. Thank you, Jessica, for this short resume. But now we will try to explain you the context and the intent. Of course, we're referring to the Healing Chamber. Previously, we have some QA live on this and blogs explaining, what is this idea? Is to create a virtual space on the Noosphere Pyramid, and there is a link, of course, the Noosphere, virtual Noosphere, and the pyramid, the Giza. We could speak probably more than an hour about it. I went in Egypt and I visited the Giza and came back, and I saw this Mokoli looking like a pyramid, and I called the Hawaiian pyramid. And then from one as a link to another, our video producer Justin created this virtual pyramid just beside the Giza. So in other words, in some way, virtually in subspace, by entanglement, we have people coming every day with this main intention: heal yourself, heal the world. And this is how we try to kind of recreate a vortex of healing intention. And by the way, we started this 9 years ago.
The Project Noosphere.
The Project Noosphere. Now every morning I have 1,800, 600 people meditating with this intention all over the world. So, and I don't feel I am alone. And there is an empowerment that is created. And then, recently we kind of concretized this with the coach being able to put the picture, the voice, and also the blood. If you visit the Exponential Healthcare, Dr. Tara has designed courses where you can draw the dry blood.
Right.
And also, and since then I have of course, a testimony, personal experiment where we had a pretty good success with babies that people, the mother were anxious about, the journey. I don't want to go into detail. Another situation where we kind of have shift the course of healing. So healing is it's not only one factor, but if we can recreate a zone, an area where the energy is higher, because if you raise your energy level, you raise your vibration, you're more, in a surrounding of healing. And this is why Giza become very interesting. And this is Dr. Tara will talk about it. So, and then Korakov went there and saw that you have, higher energy at that level. But when we look at the experiment we done at the Wellness Wellness 24,
it was very interesting.
It was very interesting. So we will, Dr. Tara will walk you through. Let's share the screen with the slide that she prepared, and show the result.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Paul. Yes, for years you've been talking about Project Noosphere. Dr. Paul always travels all around the world in very interesting places like pyramids, that they're geoactive places that they have very high energy. We all know they have high energy, but for years, people knew they have high energy, but they were not able to measure this. So as we always tuned in with your Project Noosphere, with that collective consciousness, now Dr. Paul created this healing chamber that instead of going to these different places, so for the meditation, Project Noosphere meditation, he created this healing chamber that we can have this healing energy inside our own home or practice. And then last year, I was in a conference with Dr. Kortkov. And in his conference, he was talking about that he traveled to many places in the world that they are geoactive, like pyramids in Mexico, in Bosnia, in Chichen Itza. And then he measured and assessed this energy with wearable device that has an attachment called Sputnik that's very sensitive to the electromagnetic field of the environment and also the biofield of a human that can affect the environment. So this device, he traveled different places in the world for years and measured, and then 5 years later, he went to the same place and measured that energy again. And interestingly, the energy was consistent. The number was consistent. And the numbers he recorded was, you could see in the graph that we have the slides, they were very high compared when you compare to your home, to your hotel. He started from the hotel and then getting close to the pyramid and then inside the tomb. And it was you could see the energy is going higher up. And then he repeated a year later, it was the same. And then last year we had this convention, we have this wellness code, which Dr. Paul had group of our attendees in our healing chamber, as you could see in these beautiful pictures, that we had group of 5, right? 5 people, 5 groups, each group were 20 to 25. And then we measured with the Sputnik the energy of the room. So we could see the energy starts and goes high up. And while Dr. Paul, his vision was, well, we always did this travel to everywhere in the world, and everyone tuned in based on everything we learned, principles of quantum physics, power of intention, distance healing, collective consciousness, and then let's create this pyramid inside our practice, right here in our Hawaii with all of our students and graduates. And now we have the results. When you look at these results and compare to what Dr. Kortkov found in highest energy places, geoactive places in the world, when we measured, we could see, wow, the energy we reached in our healing chamber was very close to the energy in pyramids in Giza. And now we have evidence that how everything we talked about, everything we learned, and now we have a device that we can measure and we can show how energy shifted through the this healing chamber session group meditation. We had students, they really had very interesting results.
Oh, and this is fascinating. So when you're talking, many things come in my mind. There is this kind of mystery around pyramids.
Absolutely.
You know, and most of the time they try to understand, you know, what they were for.
Who built them,
and send it. People that for a long time thought this was sarcophage, but they said no, that was a technology. And then many historians, and you go on Gaia, you have many people that has make hypotheses.
Hypotheses.
And it seems that it's go toward the idea where this was a technology to raise the vibration, the level of coherence on individual. And there's all of them still a mystery how this work. And then some people, you know, talk about the water going underground, or the way the stone were used with granites, and but in some point this has inspired me, okay? Because myself, I went there, King Chamber, I went in Mexico, And then I felt this energy.
Nassim Haramein has very interesting. Well, he also talks about how this.
Nassim, Greg Baden, they all talk from an angle and another. So, but at some point, I'm all the time coming to the fact is, what do we have today at hand to recreate this same type of vibration? And this research that you set up there with the Sputnik and the GDV as we were running this meditation was very surprising. So you came back to me and you said, "Hey, we reach almost the same level." And in the presentation, we say like 40%, 60%.
Yes.
Because there were different measurements, but it's very significative. So it's like, yeah, okay, maybe at that time they used this type of technology, but now today we can recreate the same type of energy.
Our own pyramid.
Exactly, to the power of intention, as explained in some blogs. The vacuum engineering, you mentioned Nassim Haramein, because they associated to this level of vibration. It's not only that, there is an idea of coherence. And coherence increase as we go closer to what we call the singularity, and there is something very close in meditation about this singularity point. So in other words, and then the microtubule that act like antenna in the brain. So in other words, if you put all this together, plus, individual focusing on one intention, we can also recreate a vortex similar to in the same. And then this experiment you done can confirm that, but go in that direction for sure.
For sure, and even online community, the same thing we had for years as Project Noosphere. Now we can assess that.
Yeah, so the healing chamber is kind of an extension, a deepening the concept of Noosphere. Originally, it's like, hey, come, if you want to share this idea, heal yourself and heal other. But now the extension is like we create specifically a place where we have the signature of the client, the picture, the voice, and recently we add also the dry blood.
Can you please talk a little bit about how our coaches can use this healing chamber to work with their clients?
Oh yeah, for me it's like an incredible opportunity, because the challenge most of the practitioner, and I practice medicine, as you know, in Canada for 24 years. You have someone walk in your office, and then we look at the stats, healthcare, chronic disease, psychosomatic, degenerative disease. These people walk in your office and they are drowned. They're exhausted. Most of the time they went to processes in homeopathy called vicariation, a progressive intoxication, and then the pH of the so, and everybody would like to recreate the leap of awareness that Deepak Chopra is talking in the 90s, in this quantum healing book.
Spontaneous
healing overnight. They have this leap of awareness, but not all the time it's happening because the energy is not there. This energy of coherence. And you this is the challenge of any healer. They want to rebuild this, this energy, detoxifying, changing the diet. But what if they can also be surrounded this energy we're talking about in the pyramid, this level of vibration? Higher the vibration, more the energetic environment of the individual, become more propice, is an English word, more favorable to healing. Mm-hmm. And Tesla said the same thing. It's all about frequency. It's all about energy. So this experiment you run there was very exciting for me. It's like, hey, yeah, we can reproduce, we can raise the energy level of this individual. And now through the Noosphere, we create a platform where they can sign it, share this healing intention. And this is what I do every morning. I go there. I'm not anymore alone because I said healing is not an individual journey, it's a collective journey.
Collective journey.
We all sick, not saying we are in the quest to find this, optimal balance, this optimal health potential.
Full potential.
So, and as long, we think, the people think enlightenment is one that pop in the plate. No, it's like collectively. And then we see it even today, we can see how consciousness is higher, we were not, I can think about 20, 30 years ago, hey, internet was not there. We didn't have the possibility to exchange information. And now AI came along, and this speed, this, higher consciousness we're talking about. But now what is unique about Noosphere is like there is one place that looks like a pyramid where collectively we can increase this energy, and then we give this access to our practitioner, our coach.
Yeah.
They can load themselves on the website.
So this is available in our alumni platform.
Yeah.
And you have a cool course on this healing chamber.
Oh, yeah, they have all the information how this work and how to put the client there and following them. So it's a marvelous tool, It's
a marvelous tool. It just sometimes just intention, clients' pictures, as you mentioned, also blood. Is, I would say, is a very good signature.
This is
vital signature.
This is what you engineer, You create the course.
And
why we took the blood has, I think I'm looking at this from two angles. First is the most powerful energetic signature that any individual may have. If you have the picture, some just work with the picture, which is good. But when you add the blood, it's very powerful. But the dry blood, some studies have shown that reflect also the oxidative stress. In other words, more oxidation you have going along, the blood, the clots, will create different pattern. And this is what you explain in your course, and this is also available to alumni coach. The people complete the coaching course and are on the platform Exponential Healthcare. So,
and also after all these experiences in Healing Chamber, group meditation, you could see how the blood changes.
Yeah.
We can just take a drop of blood before and after, and you could see the change in the pattern. Like
Emotos show, different pattern of water, the crystallization of water. If you have this mindset, if you think about love, if you think about hate, then the water. And blood is water.
Yes.
So it's amazing.
What he did was he exposed water to different words, music, and some words like love, hate. And then with a very advanced technology, they were able to picture how when water exposed to positive intention, the crystallization was beautiful. And the same thing goes with the blood. We are all water. Our intention can affect our body, and we can see it. We can record it. Now we have all these tools, tangible tools, to see the environment energy, our body, how our body changes when exposed to that kind of energy.
So I like you show us the result, and of course I was also, when I run this meditation, I was surprised. We give some few minutes at the end to share their experiment. Some walk in the room, they were crying. Many has this kind of light experience. Some has communication with their, let's say,
departed.
Yeah. Everything came out, in unexpected. And then I'm learning myself, okay? Because sometimes people think, I'm the teacher, but when I saw this, this testimony, I was learning myself. And the characteristic is this is all the time what surprised me, okay? Because it's like you do the same kind of meditation guide and then this context of healing chamber, and this becomes something personalized.
Yes.
And it's like you accordingly to your own energetic makeup, accordingly to your past, accordingly to your where you're raised and what. So then I would say, I would not say universe, but the core, your source will reveal what you need the most. So that was pretty amazing. But I would like to share the chart.
Yes, that's
We have like the seven group.
yes, we
and
had
then,
we had in this chart, as you could see, in one of the groups.
but
that
first of
is
all,
in purple.
you have a chart showing different area in the world.
Yes,
Where-
different areas in the world. As you can see here, we have pyramids, and the highest ever recorded was around 4, which energy when they measure is by joules. So the level was 4. And when you measure your home or usual environment is around 2. If it's really great, like 2.1. And in pyramids, they were all around 3, 3.2, 3.5. And when you compare that to what we created in that healing chamber, it was 3. We reached to the maximum of 3.3, which is very close.
And
to,
and here we see different area in the
Yeah.
world, but you have one specifically with Giza.
with Giza.
Can you?
Yes. And in Giza, also, when Dr. Kortko started measuring and assessing the area, he started from the hotel, which was around 2, and then goes closer. It gets around 2.9. And when it gets to the pyramids, it goes over 3. And that's when we compare.
And then you go to the apex too.
Apex, which was around 3.9 to 4, which is the highest.
This is
ever.
where Jessica said 60%.
60%,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
And we were able to reach to very close to that level, which was
3.5, I believe.
3.3 to 3.5 was the maximum. And this is the group of the groups that we had. We started measuring, and you could see in one of the groups that the energy was very high. So, and even in the last group, you could see the energy was a little lower at the beginning, but because they were tired, it was the end of the 4-day training, and then you could see slowly shifted.
Yeah,
when
this is the
the
graphic where you show all the group with the different levels.
different levels. So, and well, the energy started to build throughout the. It was long hours, and then we could see that.
Yeah, I was there in the room for like 7 hours.
7 hours.
Running, I had like 20 people, and of course, I felt when I was running this meditation, it's different. You can see that the energy is not the same. You have a different group. Some went deeper.
Yes.
And the last group probably was the end of the day, so
Yes.
we have a lower level. But amazing that we have this result.
Yes. And what is next, Dr. Paul? What are we planning to? We were talking about assessing with the Sputnik when we have the Project Noosphere meditation. So we can also do that online, right?
Okay. So yeah, what is next? So I believe from now, we reach a stage. Talk about the healing chamber. I wrote many blogs. I had some also QA live, and we talk about the 3 kind of a core principle that are behind that. But in some way, we talk about it, but it's not tangible.
Exactly.
So we reach now a point where, as you said, we have something to refer to. The Sputnik has been used not only by Kurakov, but also Dispenza. And it's another referral because, as you know, Dr. Dispenza was running a workshop, and then he do also this profound meditation around the raising
energy
center. And when he run this for like 3 days, 4 days, he assess the energy in the room. And the energy is all the time increasing. And most of the time, I went there twice. So, and then people, start to have experiment, consciousness experiment, different style. And so in some way, we're not the only one to use this tool. We have a referral like the pyramid. But now it's like I want to extend this, to running online meditation, where we have different Sputnik remote, and see what are the results. So we will kind of I would kind of guide the same type of meditation I done at the event, but online, spread all over the world. So every day, as I said, we have like an average between 500-600, sometimes over 1,000 people, meditating. So, but let's have, like we done with Lynn Metegap years ago with brain scan. So we were measuring and we had like a group of 1,500, 2,000 people focusing on one individual, and we saw the change, on the individual. Now it's like we will assess the healing chamber here on my site and remote. And then we will see what is the outcome.
Assess and
so in other words, it's like, hey, maybe it's virtual, but maybe it's also subspace, remote. We call that remote location.
Yeah, distance healing.
And then it's like that could be incredible, because my idea is to build a community of at least 10,000 people every day, which is the square root of the 1%. And I refer to study done by Transcendental Meditation, Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. He's shown that when he had 1% of meditator in an area, he could have an impact on social demographic, on war, and so on. And this is the medicine of future, because you talk about biofield. The medicine of the past is we are focusing on disease, diagnostic, prognose, looking at the physical aspect of the individual. The medicine of future is about the biofield that has primauté on the physical. In other words, if you tap in this quantum fluctuation, if you access, the energy field at very subtle level, you can restore health better than in a more holistic, coherent way that can do the pharmaceutic. And then I speak about this very often. You look at healthcare. Healthcare spent 80% of its budget in the last 6 months of life in chronic disease, cancer, and so on. So the next decade is about prevention, but prevention is not just wishing prevention. It's like, the resolution you take at the beginning of the year, and you say, hey, I will eat well and exercise, and then a month after you forget everything.
Yeah, usually, but
February. I saw this joke. The lady said, this year I think my resolution is to not take a resolution.
Not take.
I would not read everything. So, in other words, it's like creating a support, from health coach. We call that exponential health coach, or doctor of natural medicine, people that has an awareness of this biofield to tap in this reservoir of infinite energy to heal people, to recreate coherent. And this healing chamber could be an access to everybody. It's like already in the Noosphere is free. You can sign there every time. You can meditate with everybody. But then we would like to have the participation of a coach that can host their client on this website, on this Noosphere, plus, supporting them, with digital biofeedback and so on. I think this is the future. This is what I want to go. And then healing is, it should be so costless.
Oh, yes.
Instead to, spend all this tremendous it's incredible, Canada, they say they have the best healthcare in the world. But at the end of the day, doesn't feel the promise, because you end with this kind of statistics. So, but prevention, I don't know, I don't see that conventional medicine can grasp this idea of energetic medicine, this energy of quantum fluctuation, this idea. But the people we train in our curriculum, doctor, natural medicine, integrative coaches, has an understanding of this, and that would be a tool that will be
The future of the medicine.
The future.
Thank you, Dr.
And
Paul.
then I want to add something, an ingredient to this experiment that Jessica didn't talk about. We were also using a homeopathic formula.
Yes.
And then we didn't mention it. In other words, it's like a homeopathy, vital force technology mixed with homotoxicology that enhance the clarity. This is what we call the chi product, the T products. We'll talk more about it, but we were serving everybody with a portion of this.
In the healing chamber.
Yeah,
yes.
Because it's another idea. Everything that can contribute, You
had crystal, you had music.
Yeah, the crystal is another aspect. You see this in the video with Jessica. You see this people, having pointing a crystal to their pineal gland. So that pineal gland is another key to raise the vibrational level, because at the end of the day, what has the main is very difficult, because I speak about power of intention, vacuum engineering, microchannel, but opening the pineal is very important. It's a doorway to this singularity point we're talking about. And we were providing a crystal to everybody. So, and for me, I came along a few years ago with this idea of using crystal with meditation. I don't know what people thought about it. Maybe Dr. Paul is losing it.
No.
But, there is different trend. People speak about higher state of consciousness. There is different route. People are exploring. I don't want to go there, but, in drugs or whatever. I'm more like in the trend of to exploit as far as possible everything with natural means. And then when I discovered that the crystal can enhance meditation, I was like, what is this? It's incredible. And then I realized also that we are quartz, we are crystal. If you look at the structure of the pineal gland itself is a structure of a microcalcite. Yes. We are an embodiment of crystal. And today, computer has also quartz. People don't realize this. And now we're heading to the quantum chip. And I make a correlation with microtubule and this quantum processor. So it's amazing how when you look at the individual, when you start to understand more the brain, and so we realize that we didn't have scratch all our potentiality. But we can speak about potentiality, but it could be theoretic. But when you add the crystal to meditation, another one, I call that coupling technology with, meditation, coupling technology to enhance, alter state of consciousness. When I went in Switzerland with Maharishi in the 78, 79, this was all about alter state of consciousness. So in the last 30 years after, we have done other research about that state, and then we discovered, beyond alpha brain waves that most of them are, experienced with mindfulness meditation. We discovered gamma wave, and when I spoke about this in another course, this is what you find on a brain scan when you monitor meditation, deeper meditator. This gamma wave has and I wrote a blog about this, that have a correlation with this alter state, but how you get there? When people, has eat bad all their life, they have, this panel is just frozen, it's not awake. So using a crystal that we combine, we couple with the technique of meditation, we achieve miracle. And this is why, when we done this experiment at the 2024 Wellness Code conference, people, we will provide them a crystal and get a meditation. And then we use also this homeopathic formula that can also enhance the clarity of it. So,
and
then we got the result. And you were able to witness the result.
That was wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Paul. Thank you, everyone. So, are we taking questions?
Yeah. So please, you can ask any question to Dr. Tara, who will run the experiment. If something is not clear, we like this interaction. And then let's go to the next phase of our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So welcome, everybody. I think we'll split the screen. I'm sorry for this technical, and there was a storm in Hawaii. So in other words, the internet get dropped. So this is why we have this problem, and I hope we didn't lose too many people. And please, now we go to the chat room, and Dr. Tara will manage the question. And we have also in the background Mackenzie that is taking care of the technical questions. So hopefully everybody gets served. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you for your patience for all the technical issues. Before we start, I wanted to know, was anyone here in our October event and experienced the healing chamber? Do we have anybody that we would love to hear about your experience? Please feel free to unmute yourself and join. And if you have any questions, I would love to hear about your experiences. Anybody? Okay, so questions. So what kind of crystals do you recommend to enhance the opening of your pineal gland, Dr. Paul?
So if you go on the website, Noosphere, we show there all the tool. We call that a toolkit. We're using a wand. It's a Vogel crystal. Vogel has a reputation, a story. He has engineered a specific crystal with many facets, and he done a lot of tests with it. And then this one crystal has two ends, and then may I have one here on my desk? Usually all of them have some. So in other words, you have two tips. The idea is to why we use crystals is a carrier of intention. The crystal has a lattice structure, and many crystals can be used, but what we recommend and what we have used in this experiment was the Vogel crystal, 30, I think it's 30 facet, and already have again a background where Vogel experience and show that these crystals were properly carrier of intention. So, and of course, just go on the website. Many times when the people sign, you could be a student and you already have the course in your curriculum, or you can be not a student, and then when you buy the course, then we provide the crystal free. And you have to understand, these crystals are very fragile. Sometimes people order them in the past, and they have break the tip. So we have to be very careful. Use them as a secret tool. And if you like to clean them, after a while, you put them in the salt, you put them on the sun. But most of the time, they will be also imprinted with your own energy fields. So, and myself, I have tried. These are my toy. Everybody has some kind of toy, and I have experienced many of them, and I just enjoyed them. And as I said, years ago, I started to use them because I'd done meditation for 40 years, probably more, 50. And then as you go in this path, you deepen the meditation, and at the beginning, you kind of, looking your way. So I practiced TM, transcendental meditation, for 15 years. But then after a while, I realized the meditation is the mantra, because I was using mantra with TM, is not an end by itself. It's just an opening door to alter state of consciousness. So, and this is what we have experienced, is this healing room at the convention. Another one, I bring them, in some depth, and then from there, is just, you're just at the door of we'll say source experience. So there's many words when you get there, but please, be doing the course is very important, because some people want to all the time shortcut. So in other words, they sit there. They think because they have listened to video, or they have experienced visualization meditation. This is not what we're talking about. They got it. Okay, no, this is way more than that. So if you listen the course, it's just I would say a stepping door, because I also make a correlation with the quantum physics, that are the concept of quantum physics that we find in the curriculum. So the quantum physics gave us a map to understand the inner world. So I'm not the only one that has seen this parallel. And then it give a map, it give an understanding. So it's before you get in the getaway and have this luminous experience, you need to be humble enough to learn the first step, and concept like non-locality, singularity. So you start to be more clear, when you experience this meditation. And of course, on my journey, I went to different other meditation experience, contemplation by experience, Mahikari experience of light. So what I done in the PCM, I tied all these ideas together. So it will save you a lot of time in exploration. So when you do the training, and then, in the future, I will also create other courses, but still, it's like if you didn't go to the Kingdom Garden, if you didn't go to the elementary school, the college, I think. So you all of them try to catch up what I'm talking about. Nassim Haramein has been also very enlightening, because he come with a concept of a unified field of theory. So all these ideas merge in this technique of meditation. Mindfulness, I have a lot of respect for it, but it's just a foot in the door. You are probably at the alpha mode, brainwave mode. The Dr. Dispenza's his seminar 4 days, and he has monitored this with the brain scan. So I have explored another alter state where you have gamma wave. This is what we talk about. And sometimes you have people meditate down the line, they will never have this kind of experience. So, and I have one blog where students were sharing with me, they were really accustomed to this gamma wave state, because they have listened the course. So this is, hopefully I answer your question.
Actually, we have another question. How often do you recommend to recharge or reprogram the crystal? That's a good question. After each use?
You don't reprogram the crystal. The crystal is just a lattice structure that in some way resonate with you. In other words, as long as you meditate, as you will imprint your crystal with the last experience you have. So it's like it's not you report the crystal, you put it on the table, it's a piece of crystal. It's not, it doesn't have any power. What has the power is how you learn to walk to your inner world. There is two major school. One is use a mantra, and this is the transcendental meditation. And I remember Maharishi, I went in Switzerland, he would say, mantra are for dummy. So, and people, and meaning that anybody can do it, okay? The other major technique of meditation is the breath. So people will observe their breath, and as they observe the breathing, then they will go to this point of singularity. So both schools are good. So some people come and they just talk about the breathing technique. It's another school. This is good, but I remember I was in Bangalore, and I posted this recently on my website, and they had the pyramid there, and we will wake up at 5 o'clock, everybody meditating, and I will have secretly hiding my crystal and do my PCM meditation, and then at that place, the name, I forget the name of this guru, but he was teaching the breathing. And I was looking around, everybody was, I don't think they were really going very deep, because they were looking more like sleeping than anything else. So I'm not saying my meditation is better, but, I think, meditation with sound is probably easier, because you don't need that be smart. The problem when you start to meditate is like your brain is like a monkey, okay? Very active, jump here and there. And then, you use a sound. Some Krishnamurti would say you don't even use a mantra, you just have observe your thought, but the guy was already enlightened. So in other words, the sound will, refine. And this is the nature of the mind, to go to deeper experience, sweeter, And in other words, the whole bottom of yourself, the whole inner of yourself call you, to a relationship. At the beginning, it's more relationship with the universe, but as you refine this, first you reach that state where there is no thought. It's just consciousness, being aware of itself. And then little by little, you start to relate with this infinite. And then for some people more mystic, then there is a personal relation, but it's not you don't make it. It's a grace. This will reach you. When you're ready, you will go there. But, and what was the question? So the crystal. So but why the crystal? Because I would say probably more than 50% of 60% of people that are introduced to a technique of meditation will quit. They quit because they don't experience that bliss that the people that get addicted to it will experience. So in other words, they quit because they don't go deep enough. And they don't deep enough because this pineal is dormant. This pineal is very important in creating this altered state consciousness I'm talking about. This pineal is I see in the video, is a calcite structure. It's a calcium. It's a crystal. And then because of the way we eat, the 5G, the environment for many people, and if all depend your diet and everything, they don't. What is awake is more the 6, 7 chakra, that nurture your sense. But then when you go there, it's like, and some people may have it open. Okay, this is why for them it's so easy. So in other words, the crystal is just a tool. And I said the lattice structure, but also the crystal has a quality, we say piezoelectric. In other words, the pineal gland also is a piezoelectric structure. And then the crystal is also one. And then if you hit them, if you touch them, and because we have, the Reiki people use this, they put their hands and then channel a kind of energy. But as long as you hold the crystal, you will have your own energy that will kind of will warm up the crystal, and then at the same time create, a vibration, an opening of the pineal. So this is why, and then this is why it's like recharging. What is important is to be steady. In other words, it's like you meditate every day. For years, I meditate like 20 minutes every day. Now, today I meditate more in the morning, like an hour. And then when you meditate, it's like you rewire your brain. You deep yourself in this transcendent space. And this is what it's important, because we're talking about biofield. We're talking, Dr. Lipton is talking about primacy of consciousness on matter. But you have to realize we're so imprinted in the matter that before this primacy of consciousness, in other words, before your healing thought or your healing intention take over all your drama and all your previous thing, this is a blockage on the road. So in other words, every day you imprint yourself with this dive in your infinite, in your source, and then as you go back and forth, then you become more structured in this new altered state of consciousness. Some people like shortcut. Okay, they want to can get this enlightenment like this, and sometimes there is literature for that. It's like some guru will say, "Hey, this event, and I got enlightened," and then that's it. It's done forever. No, it's like you have to feed them, feed this inner world. You need to build it. And it's done most of the time by a daily work. And it's alternance, and Dr. Goswami speak about it, alternance between, being and doing. Being is when you are in the state of being. Doing is like now you transfer this in your daily activities. Some people think, oh, no, I will meditate whatever hours, and then I got it. And no, this is not what's matter. This has to be also, expressed. This has also to be, reflect in your activities, and in your activity in terms of what? The quality we speak in the supernatural, compassion. When I spoke about in the Taoist medicine, the supernatural quality, so people think they are most of the time I hear, oh, I open the chakra, I will have power. This is all an ego thing, Most of the time, it's not how it works. It's like, more you become enlightened, more you should be compassionate. More you should have a determination, courage, all these qualities that make you a better human being. The superman, the superhuman being is someone that embody this higher quality. And we are on the path. So, nobody's perfect. And then as you go in this transformation, in some way you surround to something, to this infinite that is bigger than you. So anything that tells you, hey, here's a shortcut, there's many trends today. And I said, for me, I'm on the trend of using anything that has a natural mean. So people will go for a shortcut with drugs or psychedelic, and there is a popularity around this. I'm sure, sorry to tell you, I'm not sharing this view because it doesn't matter. The experience you do one day in meditation, how beautiful it is, this is not what's matter. What's matter is how this experience reflect in your activity as you as a better being, a better human being. So it doesn't matter if you have like a flash of light, or people sometimes are looking for light and all these extreme experience. Most of the time, if you had like someone coaching your meditation, they will say, just ignore all this, ignore all the vision, ignore all the, the spotlight, anything that happened that looked like supernatural in your meditation, but just refine your nervous system to an experience of, I would say a oneness, holiness or whatever. So, okay, let's take another question because
Well,
I'm
interesting
talking too
comments.
much.
Feel it like enhancing the crystals with skill or genius plates. That's an interesting comment.
Your voice is a little bit echoing. What are you saying? You said, and then
A very good comment that we can also energize our crystals with skill or genius biofeedback devices.
I don't understand exactly. So you enhance the energy of the crystal with what?
With biofeedback devices like skill or genius.
Oh yeah, good. So this is not, yeah, it may enhance the crystal, but this is more than this. So we talk about, let's go back to Dr. Lipton talking about epigenetic. And then he speak about, hey, now the gene are not like, they're not running the show, but, the way you think, your belief system and everything. In other words, we can, and this is what I talk also, it's like we can coupling the meditation with technology. So in other words, you can add to the crystal, run a biofeedback device in the background. And by the way, when we were in the chamber, we didn't mention it, but we were also running the Chikoi. So in other words, this is what I'm talking also with. We didn't have the time to exploit this to me. I talk about coupling technology to enhance, your altered state of consciousness, meaning that there is not just the crystal. You can use the skill biofeedback, you can use the genius, you can use the Chikoi, you can use, what else? So in other words, they just, and you check this with your experience, they can synergize your meditation. Of course, yeah, but it's like coupling technology. And also have explored this with the arc crystal, at some point in one of our seminar where I use the Vogel wand with arc crystal. So in other words, yeah, you play with this, and accordingly to your, nature, character, you will find a fit, where with technology you can use to enhance. Crystal is one of these, like, and in some way, yeah, it's like energize your crystal, but it's more in a creating a biofield that is more coherent and coherent. And think about it, okay? This is why people in the past were building cathedral. And now these cathedrals, many of them were built by Templar, the Knight Templar, and they knew about geometry, they knew about vibration, numbers, and also we find this, in today, the geometry, different structure, at the same, they can also be used in meditation. I remember, and I'm kind of familiar with the work of William Henry. And him, he used, pictures, art picture of Christ or Buddhist or whatever that can evoke a connection with the transcendent, the same thing, and then you can use sacred geometry. These are very important because the structure of space-time, and another one that has explored this is Nassim Haramein. It's like, hey, the structure of space-time is related to the golden ratio, to the different archetype. So yeah, all this can be, and then you may in some way discover what is the best fit for you, but at the end of the day, what's matter, the tool has at some point be transcend, is, this inner relation you build within.
Great. Okay, we have Dr. Hanan. Hi, Dr. Hanan. Dr. Hanan is asking, since prayer differ from meditation in purpose, which is better, which one is better as a daily practice? And does meditation seek to detach from thoughts?
Oh
Dr.
yeah, this is the ideal, because you close your eye, many people will they will be swamped in the flow of, some people compare the mind like a monkey, okay, going to one branch or another. So this is the idea, is to transcend your thought to reach the state of deep awareness. Okay, which one is better? Okay, mine is the best. Okay, for me, this is why I share this with you. But it's like I respect other tradition, and in some way, I respect, because at the end of the day, many of this is all the construct, human construct. Religion, coming from different culture, has built different construct to aim at the same place, this bliss experience. So, and then years ago, decade ago, when I started to meditate 50 years ago, there was almost nothing out there, okay? And I was coming more from a Christian Catholic culture, and I started to do and my daughter, she's a yoga teacher, she laughed at me. I was reading books, Christian yoga, and then little by little I explore other culture and tradition. But what stick with me is more this background, So, but will I say, hey, it's the best for everybody? No, you have to be respectful, Someone is born in China, someone is born in Middle East, someone is born, they come from a different culture, It's like, so in other words, at the end of the day, you can, but as a Christian, I didn't know about meditation. I didn't know about, all these, wisdom coming from other, but at the same time, and when I acquired this, I integrate this to my own internal environment. And so, and then I invite you to do the same, because, if I come and say, hey, this is the only way, this is, I don't think it will not even resonate with myself, and it will not resonate with everybody. This become like not necessarily a cult, but it's like, I will run from this. In other words, it's like, hey, here we are here to share information, knowledge that, will help you to go deeper in your experience of what we call, everybody can identify to what we call the source. At the end of the day, some will name it differently. And what is matter is not this, exactly the name, the way you call it, but what's matter is what you experience. And why in the Bible, God say, hey, don't give me any name, don't do this any representation, and afterward, how many people has done representation and image and this and that? So, and I hope I answer your question.
Maybe prayer will connect us to our bliss body, and meditation has levels. So it starts from supramental to reach to that bliss body. Could that be explained that way? If we want to say what's the difference. So do we have any other questions? No? Does anybody wants to join and ask questions on a video?
Yeah, I like to resume, okay? Because we come with the healing chamber. It's kind of a concept. What is the end goal? So today with this experiment, we have make a new step, because people, when I talk about healing intention, and I'm not the only one, Lynn Mitigat has done a lot of work there, and I wrote blog about it. In other words, we're not in the emptiness, okay? There is some other people that resonate with this, and everybody will agree with this power of intention. It's nothing new. People praying for, for centuries. I all the time think about this little nun. They call that the Teresa. You had two Teresa in Catholic Church. One was, they called the small Teresa. She was this little nun in a convent, offering everything for the conversion of criminals, and she has been picked like for the model for the missionary, because they all have a saint missionary, the main saint, the little Teresa, but this little nun never went out of her convent, and there is a story where she convert, criminal. They were in jail and they confess before they go to the patents, but whatever. So what I mean is like, the power of intention, healing someone, it's not you, okay? And then even at distance, and she was even having influence and conversion, with people that she didn't even know. So meaning that it's already out there. The Grand Teresa, there is another one. She's known. She's a doctor of contemplation. So this is another story. But meaning that there is something there. And then years ago, I'm repeating in myself, but like 9 years ago, I saw, hey, you have these people, ISIS, and they have website, they recruit people from all over. But why we don't have a community, an intentional community for healing? And this is what I started to build 9 years ago. Now we have between 5 and 1,000 people every day, but of course I want more. And then the step I done after is like I came the chamber where we can have the name, the voice, and a blood sample where we will direct healing intention to this signature. And I call that healing chamber. So, and then, it's like, hey, what is to have 5 minutes, jump on this website and sending your healing intention? I believe, this could have an impact. Now, at this event, we proved that, hey, hello, out of the blue, in 20 minutes and a day, you can raise the energy level, the vibration of a space, and that space can be also virtual. In other words, it's a live, and that will be the next experiment. Let's say, hey, we have a community of people sending healing. Can we also raise the energy level of a virtual space? Because if you understand quantum physics, we are all connected. So in other words, it's like a reflection of this idea that, if you are here in Florida or some state or in Canada, we could be in the same room. And the pyramid has something that resonates, there is a specific resonance with the pyramid. And they all try to find, I said this in the video, they're all trying to find, what was making this work and what is it? But in some way I discover, this is, but the forward question is, hey, can we, with the mean we have, can we reproduce a kind of virtual pyramid where this healing happened. Okay. So this is the next step. So this is kind of very important. And then we have also a coaching platform that will be provided to our students, a coach, where they say, hey, by the way, would you like to be, have a constant healing intention to improve your process of healing? Yeah. So then this is the idea. And do I have some testimony until now? Yes. I have I only experienced it for a year. I put some people in the healing chamber. I cannot go to all the story, but I have I don't know, for some reason, children resonate very well with this. So I have parents that were really concerned about their newborns, and then we put them in the healing chamber. We have success with also people. And so this is just starting, okay? So this is the idea. It's free to go on the Noosphere. We have their meditation that can help you to experience this singularity moment, a quick reset of the biofield. So, and as we go, we will give more information about it. We, and then it's free. It's not like you sign for an app and then later on you have to pay. Where they will have to maybe end there is someone want to pursue the experiment, because I believe, and this is we talk about healing intention, but I also thought about, the human grid, and I'm talking about microtubules. So in other words, this is another important part. It's like being in interaction with a coach that witness this healing process will make a difference. So in other words, the coach, of course, may be, remunerate during this consultation to set up the client on this. But at the same time, we know it's not a profit. This Noosphere is not a profit intention. It's like to put available to healer the access for his client to this healing chamber. So I think we're on the way. Please, next step, you will be invited to this global and experience, and I hope we participate by 1,000. So in other words, we will have these Sputnik remote, and at the same time remote here in Hawaii. And then we'll look at, if we raise the energy when you have like 1,000 people out there sending healing intention. So thank you very much. I'm sorry for this technical, there's something, everything something. We will record this. You can replay the whole presentation. Thank you, Dr. Tara.
Thank you everyone for joining.
With her help, because I could not do alone this experiment, assessing the energy and the interpretation. And when she came back to me, she said, you need to see this result. And she has to walk me through, and I was very excited. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.